Damn, Eric. Back at it again with the crispy hiking boots. Just kidding, but really, I am back at it again on the mountains, taking you guys with me on another shed hunt. I just want to open the video with a little bit of a description and strategy of mine. So I've been studying between Google Earth and Onyx Maps this area that I'm somewhat familiar with, but I haven't explored it all. And that's why I'm up here today. I found some hills, canyons, ridges, whatever you want to call them, that I think have potential to find some sheds, elk sheds. My plan is to work this ridge, glassing both sides, and spend a lot of time behind the binoculars and the spotting scope, just in hopes to find some elk sheds. So today, the goal is just learn the country, glass a lot of it, and leave tomorrow. I'm gonna stay one night. I'll go down and sleep in my truck with the canvas cutter bedroll. And then tomorrow should be the retrieval. It's a beautiful day here in Utah. This is gonna be fun. Well, the plan worked, guys. I just glassed up first shed of the day in the exact direction that I figured I would. I'm gonna get the vortex out. I'll get the phone scope on it and show you guys exactly what I saw, but it looks like it's tines down, nice solid horn. I mean, I just saw that it was an antler and put the camera on, so I haven't really looked at it yet, but I'm gonna get the scope out so you guys can check it out too. If you haven't seen the phone scope yet, I'm gonna show it to you real quick. This is the iPhone 7 Plus and the Vortex HD Razor spotting scope adapter. Simple, just like that. All right, so just take the phone scope. I like to film horizontal for most clips. That way they fit the screen with the other videos we take. You're gonna wanna use the fine focus on your spotting scope and then use the touch screen on your phone to film it. But that's it right there, dead center of the screen. It's a right side. Looks like a nice 6-point. It's a hard white one at least. All right, so that's how easy the phone scope is to set up on the spotting scope. You can see it right there on the screen, the antlers on the lower portion of the screen right in the dead center, but starting to get some heat waves, so that kind of worries me. I plan to do a lot of glassing through the spotting scope today. It's gonna make it tough if there's a lot of heat waves. So there's one shed there. I'm just gonna pick it all apart, guys. I have a really good feeling that there's more up there as well. Move up the hill a little higher and get a different vantage point. When I do trips like this where I glass a lot, it's crazy how much moving 10-20 yards makes a difference on what you can see across the hill from you. So like that, for example, I had been glassing that hill this entire hike up here, but the higher I got, the more elevation I gained, and I was able to get, you know, different angles of different things and eventually spot that shed. As long as I keep going up higher and higher, I think it'll just open up new windows for me to spot new sheds and see new country. So the plan is just to do like I said, move glass, move glass. We'll go round them up tomorrow. Let's go. Just glassed up another shed. Literally in a spot I've glassed probably a dozen times already. But I think I just got the right angle and honestly the right sunlight, which gave it the right color. So I'm gonna walk. I was actually walking through these trees, picking through it and glassing the best when I'd get a good vantage point. So I'm gonna take the scope right down there where I glassed it from, see what it is. It actually looks fairly like a gray color, so I wouldn't doubt if it was pretty old. We'll find out real soon though. Man, struggle is real without a spotting or without a tripod for that thing. All right, let's get this thing in the scope. It's funny, I was glassing across there and I saw some trails on a side hill and decided to go glass towards it, and that's when I spotted it. Yep, yes indeed, left side. It's got decent fronts. The optics are killing it again. Glassing sheds is probably one of my favorite things to do. Funny thing is, I've already glassed there, like I said earlier, a dozen times. Spotting that was kind of an eye-opener. I honestly thought they'd stick out more. And they're easier to see when the sun is gone and it's just flat lighting.
When it's hard lighting, they're really hard. It's actually really hard to see, but when the sun goes down, or not down, but behind a cloud, I can see a lot better. So,
man, getting up here quite a ways in elevation, and I want to contour this bowl through these pines in the snow patch, actually, to be able to glass back the ridge I just walked up. I mean, I kind of planned that the entire day would be dedicated to glassing, which it has been. I was hoping there'd be some sheds on the ridge I was on as well, but not looking good unless I can get out here into this open area and glass back to the ridge I just came off. But who knows, I might not touch a shed antler till tomorrow. Another 150 yards and I'll be out in the open, and I'll have a good view of kind of a south-facing slope, hoping obviously that there's sheds on it. Dang, that did not take long, guys. This has been so much fun because I studied this area and all the roads and everything between Google Maps and Onyx Maps. I studied this area so hard and literally looked at it for hours and hours, studying and picking it apart and literally pinpointing the ridges I wanted to focus on the most, this being one of them right here. And it didn't take me long, and just like that I glassed a really nice 6-point shed. It's a white, and I knew coming up here in this elevation that I probably wouldn't be finding browns today. So it will actually be really interesting to see just how old some of these are. They could have potential to be super old. I don't think a lot of people hike up this far. Or they could be just like the last, year or two, who knows. But I've got a shed right here in the scope, and it's a sweet one. A really, really pretty 6-point right side, and it's just solid, no weak points. Everything looks to be pretty decent. Yeah, where there's one, there's more, right? Haven't even made it over to that shed. Decided to go pick up the one I spotted last, and look at that. Got another one. Nice little hard white. Yeah, maybe a year or two old. We will add that, so that's 4. That's 4, man. Solid day if you ask me. Making my way down to that shed. It was kind of in this rock bottom, so I know I'm getting super close. Using this other shed as a hiking staff, but I'm almost down there. There it is. There it is. Just hanging out there. It's going to be interesting to see how old it is. It's a good one though. Ow! Oh man, I'm going to kill myself on this hill. Check that out. Pretty shed anyways. Yeah, old. I figured there'd be potential to get some really old sheds up here. I honestly don't find that many old sheds where I go, mostly just because I hit it over and over. But this being a new spot, we're finding old chalk. With the official pickup of this old thing. Ooh. Would have been a nice one had he been brown. I'd have loved to find that guy brown. Just a solid bull. Who knows how long ago he shed up here, but chances are that bull is no longer alive. But we'll take it. 2 sheds today that we got to pick up and 2 sheds that we got to go get tomorrow, so it's time to get out of here. Tell you what, this right here is a lifesaver. Just mixed up blue raspberry and some water. It's a Yeti. It's a pre-workout, but I honestly like to take it on the mountain when it comes time to do the hard work, like pack out and it's late and you're tired. So I'm gonna chug some of that, strap these to the Horn Hunter packs, and back to camp we go for Axis deer backstraps for dinner. Okay guys, before it gets dark, I want to show you what's going on here at camp. A little camp chef. I'm gonna do some veggies. I have Brussels sprouts, onions, peppers, some small potatoes, and then I have this. This is Axis deer backstrap from Texas. The bed is the canvas cutter bedroll. The thing is sweet. It's got a foam pad,
sleeping bag, pillow, and then I have a blanket on top, and that all rolls into itself. And then we got the Yeti with the goods. I've got eggs and stuff for tomorrow and some snacks. But I'm gonna get dinner started. I'm gonna grub, I'm starving. Guys, if there's one thing that gets me so excited and happy, it's cooking wild game meat that I harvested. This has never been frozen. That is Axis backstrap meat from Texas. These veggies I did not grow or pick myself. Store-bought veggies, but it's all about the meat. Guys, this Axis deer backstrap is delicious. The avocado's great, the potatoes and the peppers are awesome. This is like a good old country dinner right here. This is like my favorite meal. Just veggies, meat, and avocado. So I'm gonna keep digging into that. Snuggle into bed tonight, and we'll be right back at it tomorrow. I'm gonna show you. Journey to the sheds has begun. This stuff in the lower elevation is filling in quick. I just had to bushwhack through a bunch of oak. The leaves are already starting to come on. And it's so funny, as you gain elevation, it gets thinner and thinner as far as the leaves, but down low where I started is super thick brush. Grass is really green, some flowers are out. Great time of the year, but probably the last attempt I'm gonna make for sheds up in this country, just because give it another week, these hills will be covered in oak brush. There it is. That's the first glimpse. Man, that one's really old too. Just a pretty 6-point. Chalky. That's pretty cool though. Been laying there for all those years. Get all the green grass growing up around it. Oh yeah, that's an old one. That sucker's been laying there for a while. It's all cracked out, got a bunch of moss on it. Pretty bull, really pretty frame. Would love to find some something a little more fresh about that size. The one I glassed over there, the one I'm gonna go get next, I have a feeling it's gonna be a chalk too. It looked, kind of had a gray tone to it. Check this out, little bonus shed. Didn't glass this one up, but that would have been hard to see. This guy is on the same exact hill as the other one, which is just down below. But man, I'll take anything that I can get. Looks like last year's. I'll bust it up. Well, finally making my way to this last antler. This is the one I kind of figured would be old, just based off the color and literally where it's at. It's kind of in a random spot. Just a decent 6. Put it up here. This other one. Whoa! It's a 7. I did not see that. How cool. It's got a 7th point. I couldn't see that when I glassed it, or literally when I walked up on it. It's laying in the brush. This trip really turned out to be kind of what I thought it would be. Not like the premium spot, and definitely not a spot where they'd be shedding this year just because of the snow levels. But I was able to scoop up a few, and that in my book is a good day. Now it's time to head back, and I'll probably call it a day after I do some glassing right through here. But that was fun. Made it to the truck, got everything loaded up, took some photos. Now I'm gonna head home, guys, but I just want to say thank you. Thanks for watching these videos. Seriously, without all the viewers and everybody commenting and leaving us positive comments, you know, we wouldn't be able to do it at this level and put out this much content without you guys. So the longer I do it, the more I realize people just seem to enjoy getting out with us, you know. I understand that a lot of you guys can't get out as much as we do, or as often as we do. So if these videos are just even that much of a sliver of your day that can maybe be, you know, getting away from life or your break at work or anything like that, maybe our videos bring a little bit of happiness in some way, shape, or form to your life and your day. So I hope
I hope that's what it is. Based off the comments I read, it sure seems like it. And because of that, it keeps me excited and motivated to keep doing videos like this. I've done it for a long time just for my own personal use, and being able to share it with you guys is a lot of fun. So I just want to say thank you to every single one of you. And please subscribe if you haven't already. That helps us too. We're going to try to get to 200,000 subscribers before the end of this year, which would be totally awesome. So if you can, if you haven't already, please subscribe, guys. Thank you again. We'll catch you later.